And officially, this meeting is currently on record, even though we are still 5 minutes ahead of the stipulated meeting period. But I want to use this medium and opportunity to welcome those of us who are already in the house. Today is one of the regular meeting days where we normally come together to get updates and also be able to understand where we are and also how we can make progress as a community. And so, once again, you are welcome. And I want to appreciate our leaders from all over, those who are joining us from Liberia, and also others who will be joining us from various African locations. You are all welcome. And so today, it's also another opportunity for us to be able to explore and also get some updates regarding where we are and also what we need to do as a community to make progress or to move forward. And so last week we had an update regarding what has been unfolding in the community. And so today I am going to continue, but I promise that along the line we are going to be doing a series regarding blockchain technology so that some of us who are novice in the house can be carried along. And so if you follow the previous videos or updates in our regular meetings, you will discover that we have been able to cover a lot regarding blockchain technology and also regarding what we need to know as per the basics when it comes to the issue of blockchain technology. And so, not too many people actually know what this industry is all about. And I'm happy and glad that many people are gradually learning and also getting along with the entire information regarding blockchain technology. And so I promised us last week, which was, I think, on Wednesday when we held a meeting, that today we are going to be able to do justice to the remaining aspect and also, if possible, take a look at some few things and also the final aspect of the component. I promised us that I was going to break it more down to our understanding so that those of us who have not been properly informed regarding blockchain technology, you are going to get an idea of what this blockchain is all about. And so it is another wonderful opportunity today. I want to welcome one of my administrator from Liberia. I can see Samuel is joining us on a video call. Yes, Samuel, you are welcome. It's been a while. How is Bowen County doing, and what is the update regarding your location in terms of migration? Yes, you can unmute your mic, Samuel. Samuel, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, Samuel,
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
there.
there? Yes, so I learned that
Yeah, I'm there.
you and the director for administration were once went for a migration tour. How did it go, and how is the progress over there in your region?
Well, by the grace of God, we went in the instant in the one where budget reside.
All right.
You getting me?
Yes, yes, you can go ahead.
Yeah,
Proceed.
when we went there, we call. Yeah, we went there. We called for a meeting. People came. We explained the migration process to them. Some of
Okay.
them were like this enchanted, saying that every day people coming with different story. Why is it that every time when the money people can come and collect, and when the other fees come, different fees come again with another story, but we were like trying to talk to them. But other people say they are not doing it, and other people try to do it. I think we migrated 25 person there
Yes.
last time.
Okay. Yes. You see, thank you so much,
Yeah,
Mr. Samuel.
we migrated.
I want to commend your effort as an administrator and also for taking the lead over there. Mr. Johnson too has been doing very, very tremendously well and also following up with both the migration and also sponsorships. And so very soon I will be we will also take over that region, and I will be back in Liberia. I should be in Liberia by August, God willing. What our people need is proper orientation, because I also got an information that
Yes.
the people who are disenchanted were given the wrong information regarding the entire stage and also the process
So,
where we are at the moment, and also what we need to do in order to carry them along. And so it's lack of proper information that led to what you guys experienced, because the director for administration gave me a hint regarding what actually transpired. And so, God willing, when I happen to be around, we are going to go into all of those districts from one district to the other in order to be able to provide quality and also tangible information regarding the stage where we are at the moment. And so, despite the fact that you guys have done your best, I want to
yeah.
commend you for that effort. But God willing, we will strategize and also try to see how best we can take the proper information to our people and also help them to migrate. Now, we are thank you so much, Mr. Samuel. So I'm going to mute back your mic now. I will bring you back in maybe
Yes.
towards the end of the meeting. Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Isaiah, you are raising up your hand. Yes, Mr. Isaiah, you can unmute your mic. Mr. Timothy Isaiah, why are you raising up your hand, Mr. Isaiah? You can unmute your mic. All right. It looks like maybe Mr. Isaiah mistakenly raised his hand, and so I have to lower your hand. And so, once again, you are all welcome. Yes, I ask you to unmute your mic, Mr. Isaiah. Why are you raising up your hands? You can easily touch the microphone on your phone, then the mic will come open. So, unmute your mic. All right.
All right,
Yes,
you getting me?
Mr. Isaiah, yes,
Yeah,
we can hear you now.
yeah. 20, last year, July, I lost my Android phone, but I bought my VIP ticket. But since that time, I
Okay.
get no update because I get no update. But I can send my ticket in the chat room on the WhatsApp page, but nobody. Since I bought my ticket, and I say we are going to have a dinner there, but all that time I get Android phone. I just get Android phone recently. But since that time, my TD coins to put it on my page on my account, no way. I still get
Okay.
my VIP ticket with me.
All right, just get keep it very safe, Mr. Isaiah. There are a
Yeah,
lot of mix up, especially in Liberia, regarding people's accounts, and we have been having a lot of reports from different regions. Some areas are complaining that they have not been able to receive their account details, even from the ICO. Others are also complaining that they participated during the social program but are still yet to receive their coins. And so, all of those issues, we are going to tackle those issues from one district to the other when I return, God willing. And so it's going to be a
yeah,
tour. And so hold
yeah,
on to that ticket. And
yeah. But I currently in Mosurado.
okay, no problem. The last time you send a message on the chat room, I asked you to communicate with Mr. Smo, Mr.
Yeah,
Smo Molba. Have you been able to
uh,
contact him?
but I already get his number.
I shared his number on the chat room. So I'm going to type his number again and drop it on the chat room. All right.
All right.
Yeah, so you just
Okay.
contact him. He's going to interface with you anywhere you are in Monrovia so that the both of you, he can be able to help you in the process of creating your account and also how you can be able to receive your coins. Whom did you purchase
Uh,
the ticket from? You purchased it from
from
Bong
Mr.
County?
No, I purchased it from also from Mr. Smooth, Mr. Smooth man last year.
All right. Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
So
I lost the number.
okay, you misplaced his
I
number.
lost.
I will send it to you. I will share the number with
Alright.
you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright.
Yes, and
Okay.
so I would be very happy if most of our people, especially from Liberia, can be joining this forum to get information and also update. The problem we have with our people is because is that nobody is talking to them. They don't have access to information, and so that gives room for concern. And that is why I encouraged all the coordinators, especially people who have WhatsApp, people who are using smartphones or rather Android phones, they should ensure that those individuals are on the chat room. Reason being is because we don't just want individual to depend on other people, but let them get the first-hand information and also updates regarding what is going on in IWC. And so very soon, not too long from now, the exchange will start trading because we are moving on a very fast pace. And so you should not depend on anyone for information. You should be able to get information for yourself. And so those of you from Bon County and also from Montserrado and every other aspect, I think Grand Bassa too has not been consistent like before, and so many other regions. And so we are going to have a full tour across Liberia to be able to bring all our users on board so that they can be able to get the proper information regarding what is happening in the community in order for them to be able to catch up with whatever it is that we have done. We have a lot of users, but many are out of this particular forum. And so that is why we are having a lot of controversies and also complaints coming from every side. And so I want to appreciate us all for uh, being punctual and also every time being present. And so, like I promised us, we are going to continue the last aspect on the series before I give us the migration updates and also tell us where we are and also what we need to do. And regarding the 60 days challenge, I think we have about 33 days to go, or less than 33 days to go, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, and so we still have a lot of people who are sending me messages regarding the exchange. Especially somebody sent me, I think about three persons sent me a message regarding how they can add their bank account details on the exchange. I think I was able to cover that tutorial. I am not We will not be able to do some demonstration right now because of the series I want to cover and also because of the limited time that we have. But I am going to continue to share the video tutorials on our chat room. And so I'm still appealing to everyone to ensure that you subscribe to that YouTube channel so that you can be able to get updates as soon as anything is posted on that YouTube channel. You will receive an instant notification automatically telling you or notifying you that a new information has been dropped. And so you will be the one of the first to be able to see what kind of information has been shared on the forum. And so ensure that you subscribe to that YouTube channel so that you can get all the first hand information regarding the entire aspect when it comes to the updates for IWC. And so to respond to some of the questions and also some of because during the series I had some questions regarding the blockchain series that I am actually on, I have a few questions that about 3 people sent to me to highlight on, and so I decided to let it be until we come on the forum so that I can highlight those questions, or better still, answer those questions so that others can benefit from that question. Someone was asking me, what is the meaning of a node? What is the meaning of a consensus? And so I'm going to be doing justice to some of these the aspect that particular component, the blockchain component that I mentioned when we began the series. And so I'm going to explain in a recorded meeting so that those who also need to get to know about this will listen to this recording. And so when we are talking about a blockchain component, the person sent me a question, please highlight the blockchain component and also the architecture that you talked about. I listened to your audio, but I'm a bit confused. And so let me throw more light in a layman language. And so when we talked about components of a blockchain architecture, a blockchain architecture is made up of a number of components, including nodes. I talk about a node. A node is a system or user within a blockchain. And so when we talk about a node, we are referring to a particular program that contains the information of a user. And so when we talk about node, when you hear the word node, is a cryptographic language. And so when I talk about nodes, I am talking about those cryptographic language that are used in programming, in writing those particular components on a blockchain that host the information of a user. And so that is the definition of a node. And so when we talk about a block is a data structure that keeps a set of transactions distributed to all nodes in the network. And so a block, in other words, has to do with a particular section or a ledger or a particular program that distributes information, that sends information from one user to another. So when he's talking about nodes, he's talking about the the component of the user framework on a blockchain. And so that is a block. And so I've decided to answer these one after the other so that that individual, perhaps for him to ask this question, I'm very sure he is a blockchain. He's not a novice, but maybe he is trying to find out whether or not we know what we are doing anyway. And so that is a block. And then when we talk about transaction, now talking about a transaction, a miner is also, we talk about node, block, miner, and also transactions. And so I will be explaining these components and also a chain. Then I will end up with a consensus. So now when we talk about a miner is a node that performs block validation and also verification. Now, when it comes to the issue of a miner, it has to do with a component that verifies, that validates, that checkmate a transaction before sending an information from one node to the other. So today I am covering one of the very technical aspect. Though I'm not a developer, but I will try to do justice to some of these questions so that you that has asked this question, I hope you are in this meeting, or perhaps you will listen to this recording. And then when we talk about a transaction has to do with the smallest component of a blockchain system that gives notification. Now, how does it give notification? Notification in the sense that when a transaction is gone, you receive a feedback node or a feedback signal telling you that this transaction is either not successful or it is successful. And so all of those components work together in a blockchain. And so when we talk about a chain, we are talking about an order sequence of blocks in a blockchain system. So that, like I told us about what I told us initially about a blockchain. A blockchain is a distributed ledger that creates multiple blocks across millions of computers around the world. And so we've made it very clear from the beginning of this series. And so I also told us that uh, these components that has to do with a blockchain are very difficult or almost impossible to hack. Why is it impossible to hack? Is because these particular blocks sends information to millions of APIs and also nodes across millions of computers around the world. And so it keeps interacting from one end to the other, from one chain to the other, giving information, receiving transactions, and also sending transactions, receiving informations, and also sending informations. And so when we talk about the issue of a chain has to do with a sequence of nodes or blocks that are created on a blockchain system in terms of sending or receiving transactions. Now, the last one that I want to talk about is consensus. A consensus is a set of rules that governs the operations in a blockchain system. And so a consensus stipulates the rules of engagements, the rules that every transaction will have to go through in order to be successful. That is a consensus. And so every blockchain has a rules in terms of transactions, rules in terms of fees, rules in terms of eligibility, rules in so many aspects. And so consensus covers a large portion of what the entire rules and regulations that governs the use and also the participation in the transactions of any blockchain. For example, when we talked about Binance, and so coming to the issue of Binance, the consensus on Binance and also the rules requires that no transaction can be done seamlessly without paying a fees. So it doesn't matter whether you are sending coins from your Binance wallet to any cross-chain network, whether it is Ethereum, whether it is Polygon, whether it is a Bitcoin blockchain, whatever blockchain you are sending those informations to, there is a consensus that governs the process of moving those transactions or sending those transactions or nodes. And so it is referred to as what? A consensus, or in a layman terms, rules of engagement. And so these are some of the components that someone told me to highlight, and I'm sure I've done justice to that. And so when we talk about a blockchain covers vast areas. And so there is a lot when it comes to the issue of blockchain. Blockchain does not only covers the financial aspect. Let me also highlight that today, because many people are always thinking when we talk about blockchain, our attention goes back to only monetary aspect. No. And so I think I've said this on several occasions that when it comes to the issue of blockchain, it covers almost every other sector right now, because development and also technological advancement has improved the entire interface and also framework and the blockchain environment. And so now, beyond finances, Blockchain also goes to covers transportation, record keeping, and so many other aspects, tax collection, regulations, and also so many other aspects that has, including transportation. And so blockchain covers a vast majority aspects of our day-to-day living and also a daily need when it comes to either transactions or daily activities. And so when we talk about blockchain, we are talking about the future of everything, not only finances. Blockchain is completely the alternate not only financial solution, our day-to-day solution, not only in the aspect of finances. And so when we do begin, and also when the incredible blockchain comes up ready, so many of you will begin to understand how this blockchain is relevant, or also how it covers a vast majority of so many other aspects. Very soon, with the underlying code technology that is currently going on, you will not require any other telecommunication third party company to communicate. And so everything will be fully gone back into the blockchain. Now we have started seeing finances. So many things are gearing up into the blockchain. Beyond that, communication, transportation, and so many other aspects is very soon will soon be regulated via the blockchain. And so it covers vast majority. And so in conclusion of this series today, that those are the components that in layman terms, I have been able to do justice to that. Like I told us, do me a favor by also making some research for yourself to get to also understand more about this blockchain technology. It is the next normal. It is another next phase of life that we all are going to become part of. And so the earlier you begin to learn about this, even before the government of your country adopts the use of a blockchain, the better for you. And so, if you want to be ahead of your government or ahead of your country, begin to make more research ahead so that when they eventually adopt this, you are already far gone beyond. And so that is that for the series for today. And so the next question actually came talking about the aspect of trading. And so this other person told me that why can't we utilize the trading opportunity uh, now that you've introduced us into this? Can you also introduce us to the aspect of trading, general trading? And so I've decided to read this question. Uh, the person is actually referring to when you talk about general trading, you are talking about he's actually specific to be either crypto trading or forex trading or other, and he was specific that he wants to learn how to trade on OctaFX. I don't trade on OctaFX, and so but I promised us that God willing, I am going to bring in external experts to teach us how to trade. And so, teaching us how to trade also requires that we don't just need these people to teach us how to trade, because you will not just start trading immediately after you are being taught. You need mentorship and tutor. And so we already have, I'm already talking to professionals who will not just train you, but also train you and continue to give you guidelines on how you can go. Because I came across people who actually learn how to trade, but up till now, maybe the little funds you put in your account, you blow it up. And so I am still, as a matter of fact, that question has motivated me to making some findings, and I'm able to find out someone who is a very top-notch expert when it comes to the issue of trading. And so that person, I'm going to introduce that person and also bring him up. We want to be able to get a substantial number of people who are interested. And so uh, when it comes to the issue of forex trading, I actually wanted us to face the issue of Incredible Wealth Coin, but people keep pushing these questions to me. I think this person should be the fourth or the fifth person that personally sent me a request regarding learning how to trade. Yes, it is good to learn how to trade, because if you know how to trade, you will maximize the potentials out there and be able to make serious amount of money. People are making trillions of dollars out there trading alone. And so, and of which I strongly believe that when by the time most of us are beginning to trade, and you are making even if it's $5 or $10 every day, you will be able to allow your coins to grow substantially. But all the same, I want to be able to get a professional that will not just teach us how to trade, but also continues to give us signals, trading signals. And so I'm still making my findings, and I've not concluded yet. I will soon conclude with this aspect. And so, those of us who are interested and want to learn how to trade, based on this particular request, I am going to do my best to be able to come up with a response to this question. And so, those of us who are looking at getting into the trading industry, it's a good thing. It's a very good profession to also get into that. At least you can be home making money for yourself. And so it looks like this particular individual wants to get ahead even before our exchange open. And so those of you who wants to, this particular person is a professional. I think he trades with Alfari and other brokers, because I actually spoke to him today and he assured me that if he has a substantial amount of people, he can be able to take up that initiative. And I think they have a group chat where they give signals. So after giving you the orientation, they will tell you which currency pair to trade on, and also they also give you signals on what to trade on a daily basis. And so I'm still doing my findings, even though he's a very good professional. I will do my findings, and when it's completed, when I'm done, I will give us an update. To respond to this question, I will respond to you, Mr. John. And so specifically, you send me this request. So give me between now till next week Friday, and I'll give you a feedback regarding the trading aspect. And so this also goes to all of us. Those of us who are interested and want to also toe the same line, you can communicate to me directly. Let me know, and so that once I finish my findings, we will form a community of traders and also get along. Thank you so much. And so that is that for the series, and also those. I think the third question that actually came was tell us. Okay, he says, sir, please can you address the issue of the can you address the issue of on how one can be able to add the different local currencies, and also, okay, I think you are referring to how you can update your local currencies on the exchange. I did a video tutorial covering that aspect, and so I am going to repost those tutorials so that you can I did a video tutorial covering almost the entire exchange aspect, how you can register, how you can submit your migration, how you can be able to add your bank account or your mobile money. I also did a tutorial on how you can change your password, how you can update your profile. I covered numerous aspects, numerous parts of the exchange. And so, those of you who are still taking me back to all of these questions, kindly follow up with the regular updates in the group chat. And so, I don't want to be going back and forth when it comes to that aspect. So, I did a video tutorial covering all of these questions that you asked me. And so, I think what I'm going to do from time to time, I'm going to repost those tutorials, referring you to our YouTube channel so that you can go there, watch all the meetings and also the tutorials so that you can catch up with where we are at the moment instead of sending me all of these questions. Thank you so much. And so currently, on the second extension of the 60 days challenge, we are making progress gradually with about I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persons that have already, about 7 persons that have taken advantage of this particular migration. And so, as usual, like we all know, I always give an update regarding how far we have gone on these sponsorships and also how far we have gone